New Earth Television, and the Cat Kanavos Show.
Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Cat Kanavos. Welcome to the Cat Kanavos Show. I'm so excited you're all here. I am the host of the show. I'm also a 3-time breast cancer survivor. And one of the things that saved my life were my dreams. My dreams diagnosed my cancer. And then I went to the doctors and had a second set of tests performed, which showed that I was in stage 2 with it in my lymph nodes first time. So I'm all about dreams. And lately, people have been sending me their dreams. So if you've had a dream or a nightmare and you'd like to send it to me, go to my website, KathleenO'KeefeCanavos.com, or you can just type in The Queen of Dreams. Send me your dreams. So I actually have the producer from the show on with me today because I'm going to be talking about dualities in dreams. And Rachel and I are going to discuss a dream that was sent in by Malar, host of Oh, What a Glorious Morning. And he described this as a weird nightmare. And so what we're going to be looking for in this dream are plays on words, things that go, aha, in the dream to us as we're reading it. And we're looking for dualities. That's where the dream world or possibly the world of the past over suddenly holds hands with our waking life. And that's in this dream. So let me read the dream to you first. Malar, host of Oh, What a Glorious Morning. So he described his dream, I said, as a weird nightmare, and but I called it awesome. In the dream, he is a weird ass walking down a long, empty, clean hallway. He's a spy or something, and he's looking for an escape. So he's looking down this long hallway for an escape door. He sees one, and he opens it. And there's a huge rainforest through the door. He steps into the rainforest and he thinks to himself, great, now they'll never catch me. Now, he says, I'm okay. And he finds that he's at the top of a long cliff and there's a paved road that leads down to the forest. And he's thinking to himself, I wonder where this is going. And suddenly, his old family dog, Bonnie, shows up. And Bonnie is with him, and he says, you're free, Bonnie. And she takes off into the rainforest, and he thinks that this is fine. So he's trying to paraglide now over the forest. There's no transition into this. Suddenly, he's got a paraglide on, and he's paragliding or flying over the rainforest to get higher. And he's thinking, what should I do with all these levers and pulleys? Is it going to make me go up? Is it going to make me go down? And he's having this great time just pulling on these levers and moving up and down and flying over this rainforest. And then suddenly his mom is on the phone talking to him. And she's asking him where his dog is. Oh, she's fine, Mom, he says. No, I let her run free in the forest. And I think, oh, bleep, I've got to go find my dog in the middle of the rainforest. And first I have to land my glider. So he's talking to his mom on the phone while he's gliding around over the top of the rainforest. It's getting dark. And he's wandering through the rainforest trying to find Bonnie, his golden retriever, which Bonnie is not. Bonnie is actually a black lab. And she's with her brother, which she didn't have, who's also a golden retriever. And they're playing together and they're flopping on top of each other and they're having a great time. And he thinks to himself, oh, they're so cute. Then it's like a daydream memory, and his dream cuts back to the rainforest, and it's dark, and it's night, And there are lots of things in
Yes.
the rainforest
Lord.
that want to kill him. And suddenly, Bonnie finds him. And she starts barking and cowering next to him. And he says, then he remembers the movie Leo and Stitch. Now there are suddenly 200,000 Stitches who want to eat them. Bonnie's whimpering as these Stitches are circling us. And then my alarm goes off just as we are about to die.
Lordy.
And that was the end of the dream.
Lordy,
So,
Lordy.
Rachel, you're laughing. Tell me what you're
Well,
thinking.
let's start out with the very first sentence you said. He's going down a hallway. What was he? That first sentence or two you said?
Yeah, he's in a long, empty white hallway, and he feels like he thinks he's a spy or something, looking for an escape. Yes. And trying to find the right door.
So he's at a place where he has to make decisions, and he's not sure which decision to make. That sounds pretty obvious. But he's also not being himself, so he's pretending to be something he's not, and looking for the right answer to find what he's looking for in his life. So he feels like he's a fake or not being honest about what his decisions are. That's what I'm getting out of that.
No, I said the same thing. I told him, I said, what a great dream. And I don't know anything about his family. I didn't know who was alive, who was dead, if anybody was dead or if everybody was alive. But I figured this dream was telling him that this was a duality dream. It is a microcosm of his waking world. It has symbolism in it, such as his flying above the rainforest,
right,
and also his dog and his mother on the phone line. Now, his dog, as soon as he told me later in the dream that his dog is really a black Labrador, but she shows up to him in the dream as a golden retriever. Again, I knew the dog was dead.
Yeah. Also,
the dog was playing with its brother, which it didn't have. I knew that was a sibling from the litter, and that sibling had also passed over. So what were you going to say, Rach?
Also, because it was a lab and it looked like something else, again, there's some untruth in there. A image of this animal not being true to who it is. So I'm still seeing this problem with understanding what their truth is and what their path was and not knowing which way to go. So you have the confusion about who are you really, and you have a confusion which way should I go. And then the dog represents the same thing, but he lets the dog free. Let the dog free to go down the path. But then later somebody calls, no, the dog can't be free. You can't let the dog free. So he can't let himself be free also to be who he's supposed to be or be real. And he's called back into accountability. No matter, he's flying off and he's learning what he can do being free, and he's doing all this different stuff. But he's called right back to reality. No, I'm sorry, honey, you can't fly. You can't let the dog free. You can't let yourself free. You need to come back and rein that back in. And what's he do? As soon as he gets back, he starts understanding there's some non-reality here. This dog is not really what it appears to be, and he's not really who he appears to be. Again, combination. And then here comes evil. Here comes something trying to kill him, trying to hurt him. Again, so many times when we discover who we really are and we start living that life, we also then come back into fear. You can't be that person. You're supposed to be this person. I expect you to be the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the janitor, the roles, responsibilities. You can't do this. And so society, or in this case, outside forces come back in to try to attack him. It seems pretty obvious to me what's going on that way. But you are the dream expert. That's my 3 cents.
No. I think that's all very good. And remember, dreams mean different things to different people, and they mean different things to the dreamer, and they mean different things to you, and they mean different things to me, but they also have similarities. They all have a thread that runs through them. And that thread is he longed to escape. Whatever that escape was, that's where the whole dream starts out. He wanted to escape. And so he found a door to escape, went into a beautiful rainforest. And if you think about it, the whole earth started out as a giant rainforest. So he went back to the beginning of his existence in the dream world, where he meets up with his dog that was a black lab and has now become golden. It's golden. And it's probably his wild dog within him. If everybody in our dreams are an aspect of ourselves,
Okay.
if you look at that, men often identify with dogs, whereas women often identify with cats, although that does switch around a lot. But he let his inner dog run free at the same time that dog had passed over and came back as like a little golden angel. So the dog's happy, it's running free, and then reality sets in. Mom calls. Just when you think you're free, just when you think you can fly above the treetops and be free, reality brings you back down and tells you, go find yourself that is running free and get it under control.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be in danger. You can't run around free with no control, because you're going to run into dangerous things that will stitch you up. Look at the play on words. What happens when you die? You are put into a sheet and you are stitched up, and then you are put into the ground.
Or restrained, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this was a very interesting dream. It shows I said here, the dream shows you feel pursued by life and you see yourself as a spy, kind of like what you said there, Rachel. He's not really who he pretends to be, something different than what he truly is.
Playing a role. I think it's playing a role also. It could have been, he could have been an astronaut or something else, but he's definitely playing a role when he chooses to be a spy.
Right. He's playing the role of being a dutiful son. But deep down inside, maybe, just maybe, he has a strong desire to just be free. I mean, oh my goodness, haven't we all felt that before? Where we didn't have to meet schedules and deadlines and show up for work, or you just do nothing, not answer the phone. We've all had that. And so deep down inside, that duality is a reflection of our waking world, reflecting on our sleeping world, which is reflecting back into our waking world. The phone call from our inner mother and the phone call from our real mother saying, you need to toe the line. You need to come back here, get your head out of the clouds, come back here, and let's get back to work, be real. And so, it keeps us safe. Our inner parents keep us safe. They keep us out of danger. But our spirit guides, which can be dogs. I mean, my spirit guides are monks. Do you have a spirit guide, Rachel?
Yes, but usually it's a goddess-like thing. It's very bright, like the light basically going into the light. It's very bright. This particular spirit guide, blue-eyed, golden hair, golden glow around them, and there's 3 of them together all the time. So.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, my monks show up when I'm in physical danger. But if I'm not in physical danger, a lot of times where he's spending time flying around above the treetops, I'm actually diving down under the water and I'm swimming with the dolphin, and they'll often talk to me. And I remember one time I actually asked the dolphin, I said, where do you guys go when there's a big storm, when there's a hurricane coming? And they said, there was a time when there was no water on the earth, and then the water filled up as the ice caps melted. I guess the water filled up. And when the water filled up, it locked in pockets of air in caves that are under the water. And so the dolphin will dive down. They know where these caves are, and they will go in there and they will breathe. And I said, well, where do the whales go? And they said, the whales aren't as smart as we are. They have a much harder time and they're much bigger. I thought that was funny. So they're aware that, but they said the whales can dive very, very deep, and they can too. The dolphin can, but they know where all the hiding spots are, deep, deep underneath the water, where they go into these underwater caves that actually have gigantic pockets of air, and they're safe in there. So
my spirit,
the dolphin.
my spirit guides, they leave the planet. They're out on this little light beam out there, out in this distant place where the galaxy is, far, far away. So
Oh,
whenever
sounds
they
like
want to talk to
the way
me,
the Pleiades or
yeah,
something.
whenever they
Is
want
it like the
me,
Pleiades?
yeah, when they want me, they summon me, and I end up on that light beam thing out there visiting with them. Alrighty,
How cool is
so it's like
that?
getting caught in the carpet, except it's kind of a rainbow color light beam, so that's not quite so bad as a carpet. But yeah, I'm always out there. You can look behind and see Earth and some other places whenever they do that.
Really? That's interesting. That's interesting. And so, are you floating when you're on this planet, or are you grounded? Does it have gravity
Yeah,
for your spirit?
the beam has gravity standing on it.
Cool. That's really cool. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. So I hope you'll join us again next week. This was great speaking with Rachel Love, and having her work on this dream with me. It's always good to have more than one person. And the reason I did this is because there are so many people that think you have to be a dream expert in order to decipher dreams. Well, you just saw you don't have to be a dream expert. There are just things that you look for, play on words, maybe something that tells you something has passed over, something else that tells you something is still alive. Look at those things in your dream that emote to you, that create emotion for you, and underline them when you write them down in your dream journal. And you too will start learning your dream language, and you won't need a dream dictionary. Your inner selves, your spirit guides, your dog, your mother will talk to you. Until next time, remember, everybody dreams, but some dreams save lives. Good night, everyone.